black boy joy. 3 times for that black boy joy. Let me hear you make some black boy noise. 1 time for the black boy joy. 2 times for that black boy joy. 3 times for that black boy joy. Let me.
All right, party people. Before we get this show started, I do have a quick question for y'all to break the ice. What is you all's like holiday season ick? Like the holiday seasons are upon us right now. We are like all these we got October, we got November, December. What is something that just gets on your nerve that happens during the holiday? I have like 2.
I only have 1. I don't like no boneless tree. I just can't do a boneless tree. If you know your tree is boneless, put some more ornaments on there, fluff it up. Like, why is that tree boneless? Please.
Skinny. It's like on a diet.
I feel hit in the crossfire because I have a chicken tender tree. Like she's petite, and don't get me wrong, she's decked, but I have never liked a like fully loaded tree, like when you can't see the actual like branches, like the trees. So
can you see through your tree? Can you see through it?
It's on Ozempic.
She's tree light. She's tree light.
Oh my no!
What's the problem, Obio? What's wrong with a little? I'm a minimalist when it comes to decorating Christmas trees.
Nothing takes me out of cheer more than me coming into a space and seeing a boneless tree.
You can see right through it.
I can get some garland, but still, you know.
I want the 2 things. My first is when people put up their Christmas tree in October or November. I don't know what that is for me, but I do not like.
He lost me there. I don't know about that one.
Like there's 2 holidays before Christmas. Like Halloween, it needs to be spooky, or when people put up a Christmas tree right on like November 1st. I'm like, I need like fall decorations, like got like some turkey stuff going on. And
no,
I do not like candy corn. I do not like candy corn whatsoever. So when I see that at Halloween, I need them to get. I don't know who thought that was a good ass like snack or candy. It is disgusting.
You don't like fun.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't like fun.
You know what? After we had that whole conversation about Halloween, you want to sit up here and celebrate the devil. But then we talk about the birth of Jesus.
Yeah.
And you can't be bothered to honor the Lord on November 1st. You should be praising God every day.
Yes, we are. But that tree don't need to be coming up. Listen,
there's nothing wrong with celebrating on November 1st. You just get Halloween out the way. You know what? Side note, I feel like I would have enjoyed Halloween a lot more if I had had a slutty costume prepared. If I had just taken the opportunity to have my ass out, I probably would have been with you on Halloween. And I feel like the girls that know. But my ick, I did figure out what it is. It is that moment when you are opening a gift in front of somebody and you don't want to seem ungrateful, even if you are excited about it. But like you feel maybe that you need to perform excitedness. And so you're like, I love it. And then you're like, I hope this is enough because like, I like the gift. I really do. But I just want this moment to be over. Like I would love it if I could just open my gifts in private. And then the ones that really do elicit joy from me, I will reach out to you and be like, this was an amazing gift. Otherwise, assume I just liked it.
I know. I will tell you. Oh, but you're on Black Love. Jermel did literally say that you will not.
I will tell you in real time because I don't like this. Because I'm not for nothing. I'm a little offended. Depending on how close you are, I'm a little offended by that gift. It's too easy to give me a good gift. Pay more attention.
Yeah, I always be like, I'll be like, thank you, but I'm literally gonna go to the next one. And it's like if it's close. Now, if it's somebody that's like at a pot, like a work one. I'm like, oh, you got me this like pair of socks. But if you my family and you know I don't want socks, we're moving on. We ain't having no conversation.
Well, do y'all ask for gifts? Like, are you people who like have lists or say, this is what I want?
I am 32 years old.
Say it again.
I am 32 years old. I am not. I ain't making no
Damn.
list. Oh, yo, wait, you.
No, I don't ask for gifts either. I was going to say, I actually tell you not to get, like usually people insist, no, I have to get you a thing. And you insisted and got me a bad gift. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I told you I was cool. You know, to give me anything, I've been blessed. You're like, no, I have to. And then give me a crappy gift.
Yeah. No. we're not. We're not doing this. We're not. But we got to get into the. Derwin, are you about to say something? Or are you
No,
about
you
to?
lie.
We got to get into the show because we have an amazing guest with us. But before we get in, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Lordevery,
And I'm Derwin King.
and welcome back to That Black Boy Joy, where we create, maintain, and hold space for Black boys to be themselves.
So much more.
And you all, we have our favorite Black boy in the building with us today.
Woo-woo.
He needs no introduction. We have the one and only Obio Jones back on the podcast with us. How are you? What is going on? Mr. The skin is glowing, the hair is popping, everything's just amazing right now. The glow, Black Boy Joy right now. How are you?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Grateful to be here as always. Love you guys. It's always this like a intelligent / safe space, you know? So I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Clock it. He said
Good.
intelligent. Let that be the one that y'all remember most.
Smart. We have dialogue, okay? No, I mean, since the last time, so you are like a reoccurring guest on the show, and the last time we talked, there has been a shift that has been going on and just so many
When
things
was
that
that?
have been
What year was
happening.
that?
2021 or 2. I believe it was 2022.
22.
Yeah.
I
It
was
was
in
22.
my Go off me.
You and I both.
We
You and I
listen, we
both.
all have entered into that next level, okay? We were in our Darwin, we are in our 30s.
Never said
No,
who?
I forgot. Obio, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Yeah.
Damn.
You are literally turning 32, like 31.
Yeah, go ahead. Make
Is
sure
he,
the girls
like, at
heard
the-
you. He said
she is a Sag.
31. 31. Let me get there
94,
first.
90, 93, 90, no, 93, 94, 95.
I'm at the end of 94. Thank
Anyways.
you very much. Actually, I'm just about to turn 31. Thank you.
Great. So, I mean, your career, OBO, has been on a trajectory from your career wellness and even your love life. And we are just super excited to talk about those things because you've, of course, made a huge announcement this week when the show is being recorded. So one thing we want to ask you is if you had to describe where you are in this season in one phrase, what would it be?
I am present, like immensely, intentionally present. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great segue, Derwin.
It is. So, like as Devery was saying earlier, there have been a lot of changes in the OVO sphere since the last time you were here at that Black Boy Joy. So, welcome back. And congratulations on your engagement and now marriage to Jamel Simon. Do you know how elated I know I was? I know the girls were gagged out to see that you have made it official. And it is really inspiring. I have to lead with that too, right? I have to make sure to say that right now. It is incredibly inspiring. I'm sure you're just living your life, but I think that seeing that for me, and I think for anyone else who aspires to be in Black love, it is really beautiful and really gratifying.
Thank you. I sincerely
You're
appreciate
welcome.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Of course. So obviously, your relationship grew and developed more intimately on your timeline and Jamel's as well. But for your onlookers and supporters, it might feel sudden. So I'm wondering, can you take us back to the moment when you said yes to love and decided to step into this new chapter?
Yeah, it's interesting because Jamel and I were friends, like a legitimate friend, what you would call a friend, right? And I think there wasn't really an intent for it to graduate to anything other than that. It was really like we were going to be friends. And so I was in Atlanta and God was like, hey, I need you to move to LA. And I don't think I said this publicly, but I did not want to move here. I did not want to move to California. I was like, I know my next stop is New York, right? I just know I'm going to New York next. It's just not going to give LA. I'm taking my fashion forward Black self to New York.
Okay.
God was like, no, LA. And I was like, okay. I get here and I, of course, told my friend that I was moving here. And we were just hanging out as friends and like it kind of clicked like a movie. We were hanging out at dinner and people had kind of projected some things onto us before in our friendship. Like, you guys love each other on the low. We're like, we're really friends. Like,
You're like, wait a minute.
we're legitimately friends. You know, when you're gay, any guy you know, people always do that
Yeah.
to you. So I was like, no, I
T.
think we're actually really, really friends. We also dated other people. We were dead friends, you know? And we were at dinner and I was like, something's brewing in me as it relates to you. And I was vocal about it because I think that's how safe our friendship was. And he was like, actually same. And I think we went through this weird moment of like, do we want to risk our friendship for the sake of dating? Right?
Yeah.
Like, do we want to take this step and risk what it means? Because, it's hard to bounce back. Some people can, but it's difficult. And let's take it extremely slow and let's just see what happens. And our version of slow ended up being quick. But
Yes.
it was like, I like you. And then we kind of like try to be intentional about what it means to like somebody. And let's like learn you in a romantic sense and see if that works. Because, you can be really good friends, but also our like, relationship style doesn't really work out. You know what I mean? Like you can be more controlling, whatever the case may be. Right. And so in dating, we're like, oh, but I think why it was able to graduate, and I'll be quiet so we can talk about other things, but I think why it graduated quickly was because I already trusted him.
Mm.
Or we got to skip. When you meet somebody new, you get to trust them first.
Yes.
So in our case, we were able to like skip past the like, I trust you. I know you have my best interest in your back pocket. And it was more like, do we fit romantically? And my
Mhm.
God, we fit.
Okay.
I think that is amazing though, because I think you have to emphasize that you all trusted each other, right? Whatever was happening to the, people didn't know what was going on, and you all knew what was happening, and
Sure.
even your friends didn't know, but you all developed that trust between each other. So it was something that could have been easily, seamless and effortlessly done. And I think that's sometimes where people have that long journey with, is that developing trust. And when you already have that, solidified, it's like, what are we waiting on? Like,
And
what's
me,
next?
I don't trust easily. I'm not gonna hold you. Like
Me neither.
I do not either. Where did that come from? Like, you not trusting, like, how, like,
I
what
think
was that?
in my closet, I saw too much. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Mm.
I saw way too much in that
Yeah.
closet I was in jail. So I was like, I know men are capable of child.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we are. Yes, they are.
Woo! I'm talking about
Leave me out of it.
leave me out. And I was single for 7.5 years. I was like, listen, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have me a cute little time. I'm gonna do my
Yeah.
little pop, and we're gonna have a good night. I don't have it. Like, so I
Yeah.
think I was just like, let me be really strategic about what it means to like protect myself. I don't want to say guard it, but I really mean protect myself, right? Like
Yeah.
just understand that like trust my instincts, trust my gut. I remember like dating when I was in my and single and meeting guys, and I would tell my friend like, not him. I don't trust his energy. And they're like, why? He didn't do nothing. It's
Yeah.
just something about him. And I was willing to trust that. I wasn't willing to risk what my internal dialogue was saying for the sake of a romance. I was like, I'm cool. Something inside me is saying and I would just move on. Bye, girl.
Quick question about that. Did you find yourself holding holding strong to that? Or really, I guess what I'm asking is, did people push harder against you when you would be like, nah, I'm not trusting it? Because I feel like I get that experience a lot, but people will try to really get me to change my mind about it.
Yeah, I think it was like twofold because I only have two ex-boyfriends, and my first was when I was closeted. And I think during those times, I had so much language. It helped me. I would like strategically and like, what's the word? I would like tell you verbatim what I was experiencing that was like
Yeah.
us, to the degree that you would almost, I don't want to say you would feel a layer of shame, but you would kind of be like, oh girl, he really don't like
Yeah. Yeah. I've done that. No, I've done that as well before. I definitely gave you some things to see how you respond and react to it. Like, I definitely was one of the people that's like, I want to know how you respond to this. I want to know how you react to this. I want to know, engage you, because I want to know where this trust, where this,
It's hard because
yeah,
relationships are risks, no matter how you spin
Yeah,
it. It's
they
hard
are.
to
yeah,
gauge even the idea of taking vows, right? Like through thick and thin, I don't even know how I will be in the thick and the thin. So I'm just guessing that hopefully in the thick and
yeah,
thin, I'll be whatever, but like I don't really know. And I think,
yeah,
especially as a gay person, having to like protect your relationship and covet your relationship and like defend it and family and all the things, and it just becomes a very convoluted experience. But I
yeah,
think for me, I am glad that I never, I'm about to say married, but I'm married. I was gonna say
yeah,
I never like married my thoughts, right? Like I was able to shift. Like
yeah,
actually, like I'm unhappy, so I'm gonna see you later. And it's no shade to you.
Yeah.
Because I even told you my husband this, like, I'm gonna love me before I love anybody else.
mm,
Kids included. I'm gonna love
mm.
you before I love any because I know I can't flow nothing from me if I'm not
If I
giving.
don't have it in myself.
So like I'm gonna not it is not good for me. It ain't good. What is it? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like it ain't
Yeah,
if it ain't good, it's
yeah,
not gonna be good. So I gotta make sure that OBO is good. And some call it selfish. I'm okay with
yeah,
call it, but for me, I just know that I have to be good because I can't flow from bad, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I think you have to have that, make sure that your cup is full or at a level where you could, share with others. I know sometimes people get into spaces and are empty, right? And you have to be aware that in order for me to be selfish, I have to like be like, I mean, I think I've said it right. No, in order for me to be selfless, I have to be selfish at a time. I have to be
Mhm.
able to replenish myself and things like that. But I did want to know, because you just said, you have to worry about yourself in a space. How has like Jermel shaped the way you show up for yourself in your community? So how has that been now that you're married, now that you are, as two or as one in a sense, how has that been for you?
That's a beautiful question. I think you can get lost in your partner, right? We had a recent conversation around like some of the things that I've adopted from him.
Yeah.
If you know Jamel personally, he will not respond if he doesn't have language. Like
Mm.
he never feels pressure to respond if he doesn't have language. With me, I feel pressure to always have a response, right? And I think through our romance, I find myself more comfortable in silence, more comfortable in not having an active response.
Mm.
So
Cool.
we have a blended family, and so he had 3 children when I came into our relationship, and they live with us. And so, like, even stepping into a step-parent role has been very interesting, right? And it's taught me so much about myself. I'm way more patient. If anybody calls me impatient, they're lying to you. I'm way more patient than I thought I was. Like,
I mean, you got 3 kids in the house. Baby, it's the patience you gotta Child, I was seeing you in those pictures dressed up for Halloween. I was like, there's patience. He's having a ball, but it's patience.
Imma gag you a little bit. 2 of those costumes weren't even Halloween. Uh-oh, it was a random day. Come on,
You just
welcome
said,
to
I gotta do it.
overseer.
I gotta do
Come
it.
on, it
That's
gets
fun. That's
really
actually
funny.
come on. Come on, Bronwyn. I love that.
Yazzie Brown, she be at the airport. You watch Salt Lake City?
I
The
do.
Housewives. She be at
I
the
love
airport with her man. You
love her.
showing up. You at the airport with picking up Jermail in a whole dinosaur costume. Hey, baby, you ready?
That's legitimately a Friday night here. And so I think it's been really interesting to learn, like, even growth areas, right? Like, in ways in which I can be extremely rigid, ways in which I need to loosen up a little bit more. We're planning a lot of things for our life and what our life looks like. And just like, because I was single for so long, and I haven't really been in a lot of long-term relationships, it's kind of been about me. And I know
Yeah.
I sound
Yeah.
pretty selfish. I'm actually not
No.
self, making myself sound, but like I've been able to move to the beat of my own drum, right? Like
Mhm.
I haven't had to consider somebody else in my movements. I was able to, yeah, I've been in California for less than 2 years and I have already lived in like 3 or 4 different leases. Yeah. I just have been able to maneuver.
I
And
love that.
but when you are in relationship, it's not just about what you want to do, right? Like it's about kind of marrying what you want to do with what someone else wants to do and figuring out what makes the most sense. And so I think I've been learning how to be a collaborator. Uh, I've been learning how to love out loud. I think I talked about it last time on your show. I'm not sure, but me and my mom have a strange relationship, and so like I really wasn't given intimacy as a child. I really wasn't given a lot of love as a child, and so like me saying it is tough, and I didn't
Yeah.
even know it. Like I can give you love, but telling you is like
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
and that don't work in marriages. That don't work. So yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm glad that you brought us there because I was going to ask about this, about making that transition from Obio the individual to Obio the family man. So I want to know what your favorite and most challenging parts of this adjustment have been.
I think my favorite part is being loved on.
Mm.
Like I I jokingly said when I first moved here, like we have a couch because people have couches, they but on our couch, like if I sit on the couch, one of the kids would like sit like right next to me.
Yeah.
I found that so odd in the beginning
Yeah.
because in my family, we were not an intimate family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like we're in a store and they would just give me a random hug. And I'm
Yeah.
like, is this normal?
Yeah.
Do
What is this?
families go through the world touching each other? Like, what is happening? I've never hugged my siblings. Ew, what?
Yeah.
But to receive as much love as I have is a very interesting, and I think God knew I needed that.
Yeah.
A growth area. There's so many. Which one I want to talk about, Jeff? I think kind of what I touched on a little bit is right the
Yeah.
collaboration of it all, right? Like, 'cause I think I can sometimes move in your best interest,
Yeah.
and it could still be technically in your best interest. That don't mean you're ready to do it though, right?
Yeah.
I'm a person who, like, when I know it's good for me, I'm gonna just go do it real quick. Like, right, it's good for me to fold my
Mhm.
clothes,
Yeah.
do this, let's go.
Yeah.
And that don't work in every scenario. Kids, parents, husband, it just doesn't work in every scenario, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I agree and resonate with you a lot because I have like I didn't grow up in a my parents are military, so I didn't grow up in a very like emotional or affectionate house. So having to consider that in a relationship is something that I do. I tell partners that in the beginning. So I'm like, one of my red flags, and I'll be transparent, is showing emotion or showing affection is something that I am learning in real time. So if you want to understand and give grace in that, be by all means understand that. But like, I didn't grow up in a household where my mom was like, "I love you, Deborah," or like all the time. I'll be like, "Oh, is there a
What's the love
catch?"
language?
Mine is physical touch and quality time now.
Mm,
Yeah, there's physical touch and quality time because I didn't get that as a kid. I
how you
wa
give love or receive love?
well, how I give it is, like, acts of service.
Acts of
So
service.
how people show up how I want people to show up for me is, like, physical touch and quality time
All the
because
time.
I didn't get to have that type of space, so somebody wanted to be up under me, I'm like, "Yes," but it's also like I didn't have that. So it's like I get what you're saying about also being a bachelor and then going into a relationship, having to regulate your mind around, like, you have to pull that effort and that work in, which I think some people don't always think about. They don't always consider that. So, you saying that is amazing. I don't know, Derwin.
I'm intrigued by the fact that we all three share this similarity of not coming from super intimate household or affectionate households, because that is something that I've definitely seen as a thread throughout my relationships. But what I've learned about myself is that I do deeply yearn for the affection and the intimacy, because I feel like a lot of
Okay.
people describe it being like really foreign, right? And it being a thing they didn't know they need. But for me, it is like, no, I know I need it. I
Yes.
know I want it. I am not trusting that it will come in a safe way.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, I'm either thinking it's going to come with something on the back end to bite me in the ass, or I don't know, maybe that it's scarce, but there's just always this kind of weight to it. So I can never really relax into it. But I've always kind of been aware that that's what I want. And I know because it comes out whenever I'm dating someone I really like I'm just always touching them. And I'm not a touchy person. I love my friends very deeply. We have some really nice intimacy in terms of our emotional relationships, but I am not affectionate with them. And the
Mhm.
only space I allow for that affection is in romance. So I think it's interesting that we have similar backgrounds, but it's manifesting differently.
How does the resistance show up? Like, if you are resistant to the affection or the intimacy, how do you see yourself behaving?
Well, I see it more so in friendships, is that, like, like someone's touching me and I'm kind of like
Mm,
freeze in it, because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've always been like that. And I'm getting better. Like, I'm getting so much better at intimate. And when I'm giving it, it's not a problem. I can give affection very easily, but it is totally the receiving of it that I really struggle with, even though I know I need it. So I think that's really interesting stuff.
I'm the same way, like, it's a running joke with my friends is when they give me hugs, I sigh, or I just be like, "Get away from me, I don't wanna be sappy, just stop it," because that's how I am, but, like, I want it, which is the funniest thing is my friends who know me know, like, Devery wants a hug, but he'll have this facade that he doesn't like the hug, but he's in his head, like, my friend Ty, shout out to him, he's a very affectionate friend, like, he's very much one of the people that's gonna hug you, and I just be like, "Girl, what are you doing?" But he knows it, he's like, "Devery, you want this hug?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do, girl, I do want this hug." Thank you. So it's a resistance, and that's pretty interesting that we all have that. But I do want to talk about your relationship and how the Black queer love stories has been for you all. We've seen that stories have not always centered us in mainstream spaces, and we've seen Native Son shout you out. We've seen individuals like People and Ebony highlight you all as their favorite type of couple. So how
Gag.
intentional? Yes, like I was seeing, I was like, yes, yes,
I
yes.
said, people,
I said, "Girl, the girls is out here."
me,
That's it. They want us, they see
gag.
us. How intentional are you about sharing a relationship publicly and privately, and what impact do you hope that that visibility
mm.
because we've seen you privately have a privately be married and then publicly announce it, and then also your relationship be public and private when you all want it, and also your social media presence. So how intentional are you all about what you all share with others?
I wish we were more intentional.
Mm,
Had like a better story, to be honest with you. I think I probably forget more than Jamel does, but
Yeah.
I don't think of me in that way, right? Like, I
Yeah.
think of me as your everyday guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do. I'm not trying to sound super modest. I just
Yeah.
legitimately do. So even when he was saying, because the original, I'll tell you guys this is the truth. We got married on October 1st, and our plan was to not tell anybody because we were still going to get married and have a big ceremony next year, right? So you never know we're married already, have a ceremony, it's all fine. Are in the process of something that's really, really big. And so it's a lot of energy, a lot of things that it's requiring of us. And so we're like, like, do we have time next year for this wedding? Do we have energy and the things? And we're like, not really. So let's just kind of do a thing that's small at some point, but let's prioritize. Let's not prioritize this wedding thing. And so, okay, cool. Well, then we ain't gonna do it. Then might as well say it. And so he's like, I'm like, you're right, go for it. But I think we don't think of it in that because honestly, my time this last 4 years for me has been like, I want to show you a black gay man in ease, whatever that looks like. I think what I did not receive, I probably see other gay men, probably see other gay masculine men, feminine
Absolutely.
men,
Yeah.
in between, blah, blah, all that sort of whatever. But what I don't know if I saw was like a black gay man who seemingly was ease, like moving through the world with ease, right? It's
Come
like
on.
he had contention. Everything had a struggle. Everything had a this. Everything had a that.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that like there's a world in which you set enough boundary, you love on yourself enough to like really, really flow in that ease.
Mm.
Yes.
That's important to me more so than it is like you see a cute couple or you see us in finery or whatever. Like I really want you to know that like you can find love and ease and you can do it your way. You can have career and ease and do it your way. Whatever you want to do, you can do it and then you can have ease. Being yourself as a black queer person is not committed to not having ease. And I mean that loosely. I know there's some barriers and things that we experience, but I just want people to know that there's a world in which you get to love on yourself to a degree that your perspective switches, right?
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah.
these don't change. Because to be honest, I still experience all the things. I'm not rich, contrary to what I believe, right? I have real world problems, but my perspective is one that says, I love me enough to put myself around people who love them enough to love me enough, right? And I
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I exist.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's amazing because you being intentional, you don't know you're doing it, right? You're just living your life.
Down.
And you have people that are looking at this relationship and looking at you. Black queer men, right, are looking at it like, wow, like this is happening right before our eyes. But you all are just existing. And I think that's a refreshing thing to see in real life because in queer community, sometimes there's a lot of performance happening, right? There's a lot of things that are happening that is for attention. It has you have to have an
Yes.
aesthetic. We have to look a certain way, but you all are just doing things and what people need to do more is just be authentically themselves. And I think that's where you would get that uh, that genuine support. And who cares what people say about things? If we love each other and if we trust in each other and we vibing and rocking, then I think the intention is just going to naturally flow. So I like that comment.
And
Yeah.
to add on to that, because I don't want the girls to think we're coming down hard on them about that. I think that oftentimes in our experiences, is why this is nice to hear you say about ease, OBO, we feel this requirement to prove certain things about ourselves. Like we're getting into partnership to prove that we're lovable, to prove that
Mm,
I can attract a partner as a signal of like I'm at the top spot, right? So not necessarily just trying to be better than anyone else or to perform, but to display a certain kind of achievement for a validation, right? Like that's a part of something that some of us need inside. So to come from a different space to say that we can have a life of ease based on our perspective and then the boundaries we build, the energy we attract really lets us off the hook to prove certain versions of ourselves for love and validation. I love
Yeah.
I
that.
love that. I love the ease part because
Yeah.
I think sometimes we do it to say that we are not a stereotype. We are not this. We are
What's
not
up?
that. Like you said, I can get married. I can have kids. When there's things that we couldn't do in the past and now in the present and future, I think it is us now erasing the stigma and erasing these things and creating that narrative that we have because I think the key to black queer love is there's no handbook, there's no rule book. You don't have to have a white picket fence, a dog, two kids. You don't have to have this nuclear family as an image. So what you really can create is what intimately is you all's and so specific. So I think if we start to recognize that and stop living in this space of like, I have to do this to prove something to others, you in reality would just be proving to yourself that like I can do this regardless of external validation.
And it's hard to get
So
there. It's
yes.
not only is it hard to get there, it's hard to stay there, right?
Yes.
Beginning of me online, I wanted to prove so many things. I want to prove that all gay men don't look like. I want to prove that gay men are worthy of your love and affection. I want to prove that gay men can have friendships that are actual friendships. I want to prove that gay men can
It's
make
a
money.
lot of work.
It is. To
And it's,
be.
oh my God, like please, and I think I'm in a season of my life now where even my own experience, I think, like I keep telling myself this next year is going to be about like me individually. I think so much of my space online has been like intellectualizing my experience and
Yeah.
advocating for other people's experiences. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm now realizing that, I'm going to burn out if I keep minimizing my own experience because my whatevers are not as whatever
Yeah.
next person. And I think within the gay community, it can become so hierarchical so fast, right? Like,
Yeah.
and the top of the heap is this version of a person or this archetype, and the bottom of the heap is this, and then in the middle, and I expect,
Yeah.
and you start to just have this whole like convoluted,
Yeah.
complex experience, which is it can impact your ability to love. One of my
Mhm.
Rick Liam, he's a singer, uh, and he was asking me how I was doing. This probably 2023. I said I'm okay, whatever. I said nobody really cares though, and
Mm.
like, he's like, that's cool that nobody cares, but do you? And I
Yeah.
Mm.
was in that moment that I had kind of stopped caring to combat people not caring, right? People would say
Yeah.
meanest things to me. And so I was like, okay, well, they don't care about how I feel in my comment section or in my email or whatever. I also can't care because I'm
Mhm.
too sensitive. I got to keep going, bro. So you can't really care either. And I found myself probably top of last year, like, oh, wait a minute. If they don't care, they're saying every kind of thing to you and you don't care, you're just receiving it all. Who caring, girl?
Yeah.
And
Where's
but I
Karen?
It was a defense mechanism, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
ourselves, like, you go to your mama house and she gonna be mean and homophobic, and you kind of
Yeah.
don't care anymore, and so you stop caring about you. And I just keep reminding myself that this next year I'm gonna walk into my own experience. I'm a
Yeah.
apologizing for some of the things that I've acquired or things that I've done or things that I have. I just really want to be a person who can validate my own experience a little bit more. That's
Yeah.
important to me going forward.
That's amazing because this is a great transition because we've also noticed, you're doing a lot more speaking engagements where before you did a lot of coaching, right? And I think it's because the space that you're in, you're no longer, I mean, you also are coaching, but putting more emphasis in that speaking engagement is telling your story and being the one to be the voice. Because I think oftentimes Black queer men or men in general always have to be in a space of performance to others and not have to really be in a space of themselves. So when we are in a space of ourselves, it kind of is foreign to people, or when we tell people we need. So when you was talking about you saying, "Oh, nobody cares about it," there are people that care, but men are supposed to like think that nobody cares because they're always supposed to provide, protect, and things like that. So you adamantly shifting gears and saying, "No, I want to go into myself," has been amazing. So what that shift into coaching from coaching into speaking engagement, how has that been for you? And how has that journey been since you've started to take a little bit more of a speaking engagement role or just telling your story versus allowing and assist other people to tell theirs?
Yeah, I felt like I had an experience to do so now. 'Cause I'm kind of big on like I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
Like, I can acknowledge that, right? I'm the kind of person where you ask me to do a thing, if I'm not ready for it, I'm not ready for it. Sorry, girl.
Mhm.
Get the next one. Like,
Not my space.
I'm not the person for the job. Hey, like, projects come in where it's like, hey, that's not for me. That's not mine.
Right.
But I had a chat feature on my website when I first started making content. And I
Yeah.
probably talked to thousands of guys across the country who would just email me. It was a private chat, it was an anonymous chat feature where they can just ask me questions or just talk to me. Hey, I'm put out of my home. Hey, my DL friend is doing this, or I'm married to a woman. I want to get out of this marriage because I like guys. We talk about everything, right?
Yeah.
Then I started coaching, and so I had clients. I took hundreds of clients. I was like able to like really talk to people about their experience and like kind of coach them into getting some of those barriers and blockades out of their way. And I think I am at a point in my life now where I have enough understanding. I have a bachelor's in psychology. I have enough understanding to really compartmentalize my experience in others to share more because I don't necessarily like we all have a perspective, and not
Yeah.
for nothing. I'm one of the people who allows people to speak. I don't think you have to be super credentialed to like give your perspective. I think I can acknowledge that, hey, they don't apply to me and move,
Yeah.
or thank you and receive, right? But I get it. I get the logic around like wanting somebody who's credible to speak to you. But I think now I just feel credible enough to share in my experience. And I also think that I want to remind people, and maybe this is a little bit of my proving myself that's left in me, but like I'm not just cute. Like And not for nothing, my goal was never to be just cute. Like, honestly, like that really wasn't.
Okay.
I mean, it's easy to look at.
When I'm done like dispelling it, I'm done like
Right.
combining it, I'm done trying to whatever.
Yeah.
I get it. But like, I have something to share, something to say. I have a
Substance.
perspective. I got some substance. Yeah, I'm a whole individual, like with a whole experience and a whole life. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people in real time just want somebody that's gonna listen to, understand, and not respond, and I think you created an opportunity for people to you listen to, understand, and respond, not to respond, and I think that once people learn that, that is the real trick to, psychology or a real trick. 'Cause I have a background in psychology as well, or social science, so that is, like, the skill, but some people, that's hard to listen and just listen.
I had
So,
a good dad though. My
yeah.
dad was a really good listener. Like,
Say
my dad was a really, really good listener. Like, he was a phenomenal listener. I always felt listened to.
Now, my question is, why didn't you tell your daddy?
I
Since
know.
your daddy is your number one best friend, ride or die,
I
why
know.
didn't you tell him, at least that one person?
Well, I just did not want to spoil the wedding for anybody. I'm like, I don't want to tell you when you come to this wedding, like they already married, child. I'm gonna come. Like, I really wanted people to, because in our mind, we were gonna have this. I mean, like, hello, who was gonna give you Paris in springtime? You know what I'm saying? I was really,
Okay.
Yeah.
like, we just knew that it was, and but I think going back a little bit, I think that was also for other people. It was like
Yeah,
the Black gay person, we need to show that you can have a big wedding. And,
yeah.
it wasn't necessarily us, but it was like, hey, we need to do it for the sake of,
Mhm.
Mm.
there are people across the globe who deserves the right to have a big,
Yeah,
grandiose thing. But in reality, how we got married is how we would get married. Like, how we
yeah.
did it is how we would do it,
True to self. I love that.
True. Yeah.
which is hard. And I think it takes protection a lot more than we thought we needed to have.
You're doing the work.
Thank you.
I want to shift gears here
Mhm.
because I want to talk with you about some of your grounding and wellness practices. So, you are a I imagine you're a very busy person, and especially now with new responsibilities. So, what practices keep you grounded when your life feels busy or overwhelming?
I have the usual ones. Try to get to sleep when you can and try to move your body, that kind of thing. But what I keep preaching to everybody is I talk to myself out loud.
Okay.
That has like been a now. Sometimes Jamel will be like, right,
Put me in a straitjacket, baby. Let's go.
I do it every day. I do it
Right?
every
Rather
damn
just
day.
I'm like, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, we're moving. Let's move. And I'm talking that joint. I don't know something about. I think it cuts the monotony of the panic
yeah,
chaos. It's like, hey, let me take some more ownership over my experience. How are
Yes.
you? I'm good. You good? I am. Can you meet this? I can. Can you do this? I will. Is it
yeah,
like I like it just and that has changed the trajectory of my life.
I
yeah.
love that.
Full stop.
I mean, you said
That's
that when
validating because I'm
yeah,
telling you, like, to get through simple tasks, if I'm having a rough day and a simple task is too much, I'm like, okay, Devin, so this is what you're gonna do. I verbatim, as if I were an adult talking to a younger version of me. I am in full conversation. And my mom used to say, "It's all right to talk to yourself. It's when you answer back that it's a problem." But sometimes you just gotta check in. You gotta check in before waiting for somebody else to do it.
yeah.
Literally.
I mean, I think also saying something out loud makes it more real, right? I
Yes.
think we have a lot of internal dialogue as men, but when we say like "I am hurt" out loud, it's like, well, who said that? Like, what in the world? And then just like since you said it, like for me, when I first said I was gay, I knew I was gay in my head, but I
Yep.
never said it out loud. So when I
Yep.
started to say it out loud, I had to deal with the aftermath. So I think it's that part. It's like I have to say it out loud to make it a reality. I have to
1000.
say it out loud to say that.
You're so right about that. When I got Milo neutered,
Like, girl, really?
I have to bring my baby into this. I was sitting in the vet's office and I was just like filling out the paperwork and I felt myself like shaking a little bit, like my legs were shaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm nervous." And as soon as I said it, I started crying. And I was like, "Oh,
Mm.
I'm storing a lot here. So you're so right that once the words are in the air, I think it's like they escape our brain, and so we
Yes.
have to confront them. I think so oftentimes without even being conscious of it, we're creating these barriers, these walls. We're kind of stuffing these feelings in the chest. There's exercises that like therapists teach you to do this when you need to compartmentalize, but
Yeah.
so many of us are so good at instantly compartmentalizing,
Yeah.
and we don't realize that we're doing it to ourselves daily and not actually processing real feelings.
The weight is off of your shoulders. I think that's what I
Yes.
said. It's a reality. It's like, oh, thank God. Like, I can finally just breathe because you are holding all of this weight or all of these things that you don't say out loud. When you say it out loud, it's like, okay, I don't gotta deal with it no more. And I think
Yeah.
that's what we need to start realizing is once we say the thing, and then you don't have to always act on it, right? You just need to say it. And then it's like, okay, now I have the option to deal with it, to ignore it, but at least I've acknowledged it. So I think that's amazing to say is people need to actually just say the thing. And talk to yourself more, y'all. Y'all need to talk to yourselves more.
Sounds real.
Another thing, because I meant to ask you this earlier, because I really love what you said about being present. So our theme for this season is I am here now. And so it has been, so it was kismet that you would open with
Yes.
that. And I was just
We
sitting here
looked at
like,
each other
I
and
love
said,
that. That we see each other. We good. So what does that mean to you? When you hear the words, I am here now, how do you receive and process that? What does that mean to you?
It's freeing for me, where I think in the previous version, I even told Jamel this the other night. It was like maybe 2 or 3 nights ago. What a what a privilege it is to try to be present,
mm,
because for so much of our lives, we had to look to the future to feel safe.
That's right.
It was
mm-hmm,
like, "This won't last long. Imma get this will be over soon. I can get to the
Hmm.
next don't worry about right now." But the fact that I'm battling to get to my present
mm,
is saying something really, really major, right? And so I think for me, it's like, I get to be here now. Like, I get to be in my office talking to you 2 and having a good, pleasant conversation. Like, that is such a privilege, right? But where a lot of times that wasn't the reality for a lot of us. It was future.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is amazing because we talked about it. We always think about what happened in the past. We always are looking to what's in the future. But we are never grounded in okay, what now, right? What are we doing now? And I always say that it is a privilege to be in the present, but I think it's a privilege that everybody has accessibility to. I think whatever that looks like, right? It doesn't mean that you have to just be like, "Oh, I can't worry about my kids, right? Or I can't worry about. There is moments where you can say, I need to be more present. And I think that that is the key to it all and really practicing that. And I think it's hard because some people, specifically in this climate right now, right? People are laid off, people are having to figure out what's next. But if you just take a moment and at least say one day, like, I'm grateful that I'm alive, I'm here, I'm grateful this, and then worry about the next stuff, I think it really does help us have a little bit of more groundedness and a little bit more of, again, I always wanna just take a weight off of us because it's just too hard to just be doing all that. So, I just wanted to add that little note in there.
Yeah. I don't think presence is like, I don't think being present is the absence of hope, though, right? Like, I
Yeah,
think still be hopeful while being present, right? I can still understand that, like, because a lot of what being present for me is centering my thoughts more than it
yeah,
is like life is so fantastic, right? It's more like let me get. I think I remind myself when I'm like drifting off too far, when I find myself catastrophizing thing or being highly pessimistic. I'm like, let me get present. Let
yeah,
me back in. Let me get back to my core. Like, who am I? What am I?
yeah,
What is real for me? And I think when I get into those things, whether I'm lacking resources or whether I'm uncomfortable or whether work is becoming cumbersome, like, who am I? And that's more valid than any tangible thing that's happening in my reality.
Say that presence then is the like byproduct of hope because you are deciding not to live in anxiety, right? Like you are
yeah,
hopeful enough of the future that you can not obsess about it and trust. Maybe it's a byproduct of faith, but that you would trust that in this moment I can be present because that'll lay the groundwork for the future and a future that works in my favor versus having to plan and over plan, over analyze every
yeah,
moment in the hopes of avoiding or trying to get to a certain outcome.
Yeah, I'm speaking in pencil. I'm not speaking in pen, you know?
Yeah,
Like, you know?
just I like that. I
I
that's so
like
simple,
that
but I'm like,
too.
because
You know?
okay.
Because it makes everything so daunting. I think a previous version of me was so like, whatever choice I make is the choice.
Yeah.
Even being online, whatever I say is the thing. I've
Yeah.
said some things I don't agree with currently. I've said some things that I don't necessarily like, that aren't true for me today. But I
Yeah.
think I can't strive for perfection as much as I can strive to be present, and I can honor. I was telling Jamel that I think I was telling Jamel. We talk all the time, Chad.
My man, my baby. Okay. We've had a lot of couples, and specifically, we've had another married person on the show.
Yeah.
That is going to be the thing. And we tell people, black men, talk about your man.
Take
Please
a
do
shot
so.
when you hear Jamel call him out.
Baby, this is waterable, baby.
And they all have been with black men. Like, clock it. Clock it. Black love. Let it be known that
Black
Black Boy
love.
Joy celebrates black queer love, baby.
Okay, but no, you can. We
friends.
get it. No, I mean y'all are married. Y'all spend a lot of time, so there's going to be dialogue that happens. So just that.
Yeah, but I was telling him that there's no shame in truth, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no shame in my truth. Like it's my truth. Even you look back on outfits that were terrible, and you're like, but I was in my beat when I wore it. I was feeling her. I was in my beat. It ain't the best, but I was in my beat. Versus like, I didn't even want to wear that. Like the outfit I thought it was trash when I had it on at the time. It feels a little bit different, but you can recognize like, hey, I was in my beat. I liked it, and I think that's where I'm at in my life now. Where like, I felt true. That felt true to me then, and I can stand on that.
Yeah. I do have a question in regards to like you've been doing a lot of your speaking engagements and goals. So, is there any goals that you have? Like any goals for your future speaking engagements? My question, baby, we need Kiki Palmer. Baby, this is Kiki. All right, that's what we need to be talking to. Obio.
I agree.
This is Kiki. Do you have any like goals or people or just like any like future place that you would like to take up space?
I got a bunch of goals. Maybe I should say them out loud. They can become real. Come on.
That's why we ask. That is exactly why we ask.
I want author. I need to be an author. I need
Yeah.
that. I think I want to do a book. I don't know on like I don't want like a memoir situation just yet, but I want to do a book.
Yeah.
I want to bring my show back. I think it's been long enough. I want to, start talking again. I love talking to people about their experiences.
Yeah.
I often be like, dang, I know they're interviewing me, but I too have a bunch of questions. So it's like, I'm always asking questions back. I know they're like, oh, it's not about me, sweetheart. I just answer the questions and shut up. But I'm like, how did you?
Yeah.
What you said? Also, I want to get back in auditioning. I did a short film called Orion's Quest that went to festival this year, which was cool. I was on the last season of The Upshaws. I think you guys have seen that. And I'm on the next season of The Upshaws as well. So they brought my character back.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to like do more mediums than just social, right? Like I want to take things from my thoughts and get them out of my head, whether it's in a make-believe sense in the acting and theater world, or if it's in a book, or I also low-key, and I guess I say this too, I low-key want to narrate books.
You have a good
You have
voice.
a great narrator voice.
You have a good
I would
voice.
love to give you like a she turned left, and when she turned left, she went
Okay, audible. Be in the car like,
saying?
just girl, what's going on? Right, I'll be in the car like, I'm gonna be going around the
I want
block.
to give you the drama, like yo, the tree
What,
came
like,
out
She walked
of
into
nowhere.
the house.
What genre? Because you could be like, oh, girl, this moist monkey of mine's on him. Do you remember? Did y'all see that video?
Well, no, when Kanye always used to, my supple, when he grinds, he gravitates, he drive right. I was like, I like Kanye.
maybe not the erotic situations, right?
No, okay, got it. Like
So,
horror.
what, like, are we thinking Quan Mills? Are we thinking like
We're thinking your
mystery?
everyday self-help. We're
Self-help,
thinking your
okay.
everyday self-help. We're thinking possibly a little horror. You know what I mean?
Whoa, tomato, I swear.
Of course.
Okay.
Sure. All right.
She's a boring girl.
Right,
but yeah,
Next question, Tamika.
she's like, believe in yourself and make sure you're always believing in us.
My supple breasts went across his voluptuous chest.
Hold on. I can tell who was reading Zane books when they was in middle and high school, but
Triple Crown Productions. Maybe I was in the turning pages I was in the kids that would steal books from the bookstore or the library. And my mom was like, I don't know if I should beat you or praise you because you're stealing books. It ain't like you stealing nothing else. So
that's real.
I read the uglies and the pretties and the specials. I specifically remember reading that little trio. Y'all even know what that is?
they have a show. That's a show on Netflix with a girl that is horrible, but it's a movie on Netflix. I forgot the girl who played Gypsy Rose.
It's horrible.
You seen it?
I know who you talking about. I don't know that girl name,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
not
know
good.
exactly who you talking about.
Yeah. So, but that's good. I mean, you want to do self-help books. I appreciate that.
I would absolutely stream that. I would stream that.
I stream it on the iPod.
Because you know,
Don't you know, right.
I just said it.
Right.
Narrow down.
Look, I got the money. But no, I mean, I think this is amazing. I think this is perfectly aligned with you. But Derwin, you want to say something?
no, you go ahead.
Oh, but I do want to not shift gears, but you did talk about like your style and things like that. And you have been on your platforms showing them more of like, your aesthetic and what your look looks like now. So like, and also your fitness journey as well. So why are you letting us into that now? Like, what's going on?
I've gained 40 pounds.
Damn, me too. Fuck.
I was at 32 in the waist.
Okay. No.
We're not at 32 in that waist.
I thought you was going to spill because I was like, well, where did you go to? Because I don't, what?
I was at 32. Some jeans have 33s.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. And then I was no longer that again, right? I came at 34. No worries, 34. It's all good.
We ain't left my realm yet, Obio. So, get to the point.
Then we went to that 36. And
Damn! Sorry, I quit. Girl, I'm at 34. Now, we the same height.
We just kept rising to the occasion, man of God. And so I think my fitness journey is going to be, it restarted again this week, right?
Yeah.
And of course, I told everybody I have abs by association because my husband has abs, but that's not how abs work. Come on.
I stand next to you. I mean, I stand next to you.
They're just not ready to be
You
seen.
might not be able to do they're shy. Maybe they're shy abs.
Yeah. They come up when they want to.
And honestly, now that you put like that, who am I?
Yeah.
Force them to be seen when they don't want to be.
Exactly.
Right. My man.
Give them the privacy.
I'll be like this. I'll be like, what? I'll be like, oh, okay.
So you like it? I know somebody like it. I know somebody like it. Signed, sealed, and delivered on that, baby. Stamped on approval. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah.
But I'm also like trying to, I don't know why it hit me this year. Now, I lost my aunt this summer, not to make it all deep, but in that, it's like, I might have to take a hold of my internal health, right? Like my internal wellness might need some because I was eating like I didn't have no like self-love. Like, well, we gonna get a vegetable, we gonna get some fruit, we gonna do a vitamin. Like, come on now. And I think a lot of it is kind of a little bit about that as well, right? Like I want to be healthier. Like I just don't want to be unhealthy. I don't want to be stiff. I want to stretch more. Like I want to move my body more, all the things. And so, and also like from a fashion sense, I can't fit places that I want to shop at. You know what I'm saying? Like I go in places and I'm like, hold on, why? Which also, if I might get my small retail soapbox here, like me being too large for something is a big problem.
Yes.
How tall are you?
6'3".
Were you having to go to the big and tall? Because I've gone to the big and tall, and I'm a little itty bitty tang.
She's 6'1". She's 6'1".
I think I'm big, right? Because I'm big in comparison to the motherfuckers around me, and then I go to the big and tall, and I'm like, oh, these clothes are too big for me. So yeah, I don't really know what the breakdown is for that. But are you? Because the issue I tend to have is feet. Is there things I can't find that nowhere in the average store.
Oh, I stuck my feet a long time ago. I was never gonna get to 13.
Yeah.
I didn't let my feet go there. They might have been going there actually. But I stuck.
As you said, baby, I'm cutting it off right here.
Yeah,
I don't know where you go.
Now we'll see if I get down to a 10.
How the hell?
Are you cutting your toes off?
Baby.
Baby. Is it chopping feet?
What's Cinderella?
Stop. Please. That is sending me.
Baby, just, I can fit this.
That's me. I'm not going for it. But I think it's tough. Like, I literally cannot wear Zara jeans. And it's what?
Yeah. It's like, funny because, we're giants. And I think that is the funniest thing is like, it's either too big or too small. There ain't no, and it's because I'm 6'3" as well. So it's like, I literally tell people like, I don't got to shop at a big and tall, but they ain't got like this, they ain't got the long tall, like large tall. Like they ain't got the, and then sometimes they got
it. I would love it. It was a high thing. I almost let you get me off the hook. So I appreciate that lob you threw me, but it don't fit the weight either. Come on.
That's crazy to me. There's no way. There's no way.
Our listeners are probably
You're
like,
not
this is a
telling
lie.
the truth.
This is
you
a lie.
Said you were going to tell the truth here. Yeah.
And so,
it's not.
But it makes me think about like our mid-size guys and plus size guys, like legitimately, where are you shopping? Because if I'm considered big in this space, I know I'm not actually bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what waist is here? Because I'm a 36, and a Zara goes to 36 sometimes, and those they fit like 34s. So it's like, it just doesn't work. And I'm like, wow, this is I know it's a big problem, but it's like, wow, this is really interesting.
It is interesting. I'm gonna give you another alley-oop, but I don't know if you're gonna take it. You are athletically built, right? You're not in a space. We are athletes still. We still got an athlete silhouette.
At what point of the fall off are you no longer athletic?
Baby, no, I was saying we played a sport before and we were good at it.
No, I
So I
once
think
was athletically built. I once was that, no, for sure.
right. So I think for me, I ran track, I do all that. So I think you still got the silhouette. Fuck, I'm trying to help.
But
Damn.
let's not talk about what was then. Let's talk about what's now.
I was like, listen, I got the potential of an athlete. All right.
I want to go back a little bit because to say first condolences to you.
Yeah.
And also, I appreciate that what you took from that experience is like, I need to get right internally. Like, I need to eat healthy. I find myself on a soapbox about this. I've found myself on a soapbox about this all year. So thank you so much for saying that. What does that look like in an everyday move for you? Like, what are some small, achievable steps you're taking to being a healthier Obio?
I've made spring mix a base for most of my meals.
Yeah.
It is simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it a little spring in there, kale in there.
Yeah.
I've like honestly been trying to stay off of liquor just because like I'm just like I drink too much liquor, right? Like I
Yeah.
think it's easier to just like have a cocktail, especially the more social you become. But like, hey,
Yeah.
let's get some water. Let's
Yeah.
water us up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Let's get some leaner proteins. You know, like me and
Yeah.
a steak or like beef was like me. I don't know why. I think maybe because also I don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
Like I don't eat throughout my day. I eat like once or twice a day. But when I do eat, I pack that meal into
Yeah.
that time, you know?
Carbs.
And then, I live with the wellness bud
I
selection.
was gonna say that's probably why your ass wanted to lose getting tight because you
'Cause
he
he's
over
like,
there and working out at 6 o'clock in the morning doing 5Ks and you still in the
every
bed.
practice you got, he knows. NADs,
Yeah.
vitamin this, and da-da-da-da-da, and magnesium this, and zinc, and I mean, he knows it all. So, like, I do
Yes.
have it easy in that regard, because he's like, and also, my parents were not pro pills growing up. I never got
Yeah.
Tylenol, Advil, nothing. It was
Yeah.
very like, and I even ginger. It was very like ginger root, soup, sleep. That was your
Yeah.
wellness practices. I think for me, being more open to vitamins and things that can help me, and my wellness journey has been a big help as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Keep on doing it. I'm in the same space as well. So I was literally like, I gotta stop eat out a lot and like reduce my alcohol intake because I love a good cocktail or two. But yeah. Well,
'cause-
Derwin is
Yeah, I'm almost at a full year of no alcohol. So I started January 1st.
fun.
Thank you so much. I started January 1st. So, and it was a revelation I had right around this time last year. I was laying in the bed and it was a little voice that was like, you should stop drinking. It was literally that sentence. You should stop drinking. I'm half sleep. And I was just like, I answered the call like, okay, I will. So I was like, I'm going to drink through my 30th birthday and come January 1st. That's it. And I haven't had an alcoholic beverage since then. And I mean, it has been, my abs are no longer shy. So
The
that's
body is
been a
tea.
cool thing.
Baby, I be on the damn thing doing crunches while I'm on Snapchat. I mean on Instagram, baby. I'm like, what? Girl. I'll be like, yes.
Trying, and I will say that in reducing / completely cutting out alcohol for me, it has led to more healthy decisions. I was just talking about this on Instagram yesterday. It has led to consecutive healthy decisions that I would prepare most of my meals at home, that I am choosing to eat like more nutrient dense foods. And I don't know, like I just feel better and clearer minded. Like I kind of have an idea about what's going on in my life now.
Are you a mocktail person? Do you get mocktails or no?
I love a mocktail. I will opt for water most often. But
Yeah.
I also loved that I was saving money not buying drinks, and those mocktails are quite expensive. People say I'm not gonna pay $15 for juice, and they be right about that. So if you're not a mixologist, don't make me anything.
I don't get the concept. That's one of my things. I don't get a concept of just give me apple juice. Or just
Yes.
just need that.
That bill is good though. When you go to dinner without cocktails, the bill is significantly cheaper. You're like,
It is.
Yeah.
it could be the difference in like $80. You're like, wait, what? Ooh, it was those drinks.
Ciao.
So how do you balance like prioritizing your partnership and also your personal joy? I know you've talked about you are married and you also are in the space of being, I would say selfish, but so how are you prioritizing yourself and also your partnership when you're in that journey right now of being present and also thinking about OBO's health right now?
Yeah, I think I legit just chose the right partner. Like because even in this we're both really adamant about being happy. We are like super adamant about it to the point where like it's even hard to qualify a relationship sometimes, right? Because it's like I'm committed to what makes you happy and vice versa because I don't want to be miserable. I know too many people who are just committed to a person and not committed to being happy with that person,
Mm,
right? I don't care how long you've been together. I want to know how long you've been happy. And I think
mm,
it's more important that I am happy in my union. And so we're just really, really adamant about checking in. We overly communicate everything. And yeah, I think like the real difficulty is balancing work with the relationship, I think, because this year my work has included so much travel. I head to
yeah,
Australia tomorrow, actually. And so like just yeah, just being in so much travel and like that is new. And so I think again, like your relationship will take on different forms, right? Like
yeah,
when we were dating, he was on a show and that show was canceled, and now our new life looks a little bit different. And
yeah,
I was more stationary. Now I'm traveling every 4 or 5 days. Like, you know, it becomes different.
yeah,
I think because we're both committed to our joy and our happiness and
yeah,
vice versa, that I think it just allows us to make room for it. We're mindful of it. I think sometimes you just forget about your joy when you're in a relationship, right? It's like, what does the relationship need tangibly?
yeah,
And you forget that, oh, I actually need to have my joy. I need you to have yours. And we're just really top of brain as it relates to our joy.
yeah. Just a question or just advice, or that I would like for you to give to people is how do you stay in it? Like, not say stay in it, but like with you traveling a lot, how do you just keep the consistency going, conversation? Like, how do you stay there? Because, people that are long distance or people that, like you said, are busy with the relationship, some people would just be like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. This person travels too much. They're not home enough. So, what are some advice that you would give to listeners if they're in a space or just your personal experiences with that?
I think have a lot of active conversations around support, not just like what you want to do, but what does support look like for you? You know, because I think even for us, there's gonna be seasons that look different. And I think if we're not committed to supporting one another, it's not gonna work out. I also think a spicy text never hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Obio send news. Breaking news.
A little one and a
Y'all,
little two.
right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Screaming.
But yeah, I think like maximizing your time when you're together, right? I
Yeah.
think like we
Yeah.
don't take a lot of our in-person time for granted. We're really mindful of like when we're together and like we're in the
Yeah.
same space. You know, it's important for us to like just do things. It doesn't always have to be like a date night per se, right? As much as
Yeah.
it can be like just getting lost in a show. Now I'm a binger, he's a TV watcher, so we don't really we come to a head now. There's a difference between a TV watcher and a TV binger. Come on, you gotta know who's
You
who.
you gotta keep
I binge shows. I will watch a show for 9 hours. It don't bother me. Like I got 2 episodes and I'm done for
I'm
the day.
done.
We'll come back in tomorrow. I don't want to come back. I need to know what happens. Like I don't have all.
Yeah.
Like what we
What are
talking
you
about.
currently binging?
I just finished Beast in Me. Have you seen that on Netflix?
Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet because I just finished All Her Fault. So somebody was like,
See,
if
bitch.
you watch
You'll
All
like
Her
it. If you
Fault,
like All Her Fault, you'll like it.
yeah,
It's like this much darker than
yeah,
All Her Fault. But if you like that, then you'll like it.
yeah. You should also
Darker.
watch The Girlfriend on Amazon Prime if you have not watched it. It's kind of like in that same realm. It's called The Girlfriend on Amazon Prime.
Who in it?
Yeah.
Do you know?
She's a famous woman. I don't know who she is. She's a well-known woman, but I don't know who she is. I
And
can't.
She's a famous woman.
She's a well, but I mean, honestly,
The gal.
she's an actress that you've seen before, but
Mm,
I can't tell her name. But yeah, I
okay.
would say definitely The
Do,
Girlfriend
do you
is
know
that.
what else she's in?
No, if
Okay.
you see the woman, if y'all Google The Girlfriend and y'all see
Gonna have to
the
do
mom,
it.
it's the woman that's the mom in it. You'll be like, oh, I've seen her in something before.
okay,
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna check it out. How many seasons? Is this the first one?
it's only one. I think it's a mini series. So I love a good mini series. They get you right when you need, and they get you out. They get you in and out.
Girl, Robin Wright.
Yeah, the mama. I don't know who she in. Who else is she in?
House of Cards.
I don't watch that. I didn't watch that girl.
Neither did I.
Yeah,
But
no.
She was in
Forrest
Forrest.
Gump.
Okay.
She was Jen A.
You run my mind, boy. Oh, we got to get you out of here. We got to get you out of here.
Culture is crazy. We're talking about Forrest Gump. Never mind. Okay. You know
Isn't
what?
that's
But we were talking about the film. We were talking about Tom Hanks and
okay?
Robin Wright.
I mean, but when I hear Forrest Gump, I literally only think about that. I don't even think about the movie no more or the soldier, but crank that Forrest Gump. Yeah, no. I'm
So
from Ohio.
such a Beyonce thing to do. Do you remember that interview where she was like, when he was like, "What's your best blog?" And she's my best black.
My
I
black.
don't understand. I'm from Texas. I don't.
What can I say?
God, that was funny. Well,
Mhm.
okay, Obio, as you stand in this moment, here you are now. What excites you most about what is next? Allow yourself just a moment to think about that. What excites you most about it?
I'm gonna be a little vague. I know.
That's
What most
okay.
Yeah,
expanding my family. I'm really excited.
we love that.
I'm jumping for joy
Yeah, I'm
internally.
like, I can't stop
I have
smiling.
assumptions about what that
Yeah,
means.
look,
That
look,
is
look.
very exciting.
Okay. And the last question that the girls want to know, what is Obio's prayer? You know,
The girls want to know,
the
what
girls want to
is
know
Obio's
because
prayer, please?
Sierra
Y'all
has
get
been
your pens
providing
out. Y'all get your notebooks. Get your pens. Take this time. Give them a second to go get their stuff because you got to write your prayers down so you can light by a candle and read them out in front of it. Burn it, do a spell, do what you got to.
It's getting wicked in here. I gotta go.
Right, at the right time, like at the right time.
It's funny. I actually pray a lot more than probably people know. And at the end of my prayers, because I can get really lost in my prayers sometimes, right? And I tell God, I say, above all, give me what I need.
Mm.
And I think in this past season, I've been really intentional about like, give me what I need and like make it real for me. And I don't know, I just think he gave me what I needed and he made it real for me, you know? Because I like, again, the most gorgeous and blah, blah, but like, and he always felt like this is so like big to say, but he's a really, really warm person, like extremely warm. And I think God knew that I needed somebody really, really warm in my life, you know?
Yeah.
And I needed them to be close as he is to me. And so, yeah, I think like reminding like yourself and in your prayer time that like, I'm in expectation of what I need. Make it plain. I think it just will kind of show up and it legitimately will. I so wholeheartedly believe in that.
I'm honest with you. You ate that. You ate that. No, because you know what? I thought it might take you a little longer. The fact that you really had a prayer prepared that's a testament. God is good.
I really want what I need, right? Because even
Yes.
because I think, we can get what we want. We can get some silly stuff, and we can have some good
Yes.
enough stuff. We've
Yeah.
all dated people, had things, been in spaces,
Yeah.
whatever, that were good enough. I was like, I really want what I need this time, God. I don't want just like something that would suffice. I don't want something that's cool. I want what
Yeah.
I need.
I mean, Olivia Dean said, I need the man I need. All right. Olivia Dean, she's one of the new artists coming up, y'all. Listen,
Do you know that I just found out she's Black?
and she's from the UK.
I did know that.
So is she Black? No, quick.
You know what? That is a sociological question. I actually appreciate
Woo!
that. I appreciate
On
that.
that note, Obio, it has been amazing having you here
Always.
with us. We always keep, but we also want to have those real conversations.
I love to hear.
And we just have that. So is there any last words or anything you want to say before we wrap up the show?
What do I want to say? Be nice. And maybe nice isn't the term that you identify with, but like be kind, be good. My grandmother, damn, Twyra, who passed away. My grandmother passed away 2 years ago now, but she used to always say, be a decent man.
Yeah.
And I think what she meant by that, right, was like, do your version of right. And I think like, I want to see more of that within our community and outside of our community. I think sometimes it can be tough, not gonna lie, right? As a gay person who you are hyper aware of all the things that go against you. You're hyper aware of all the systems and factors and people and thoughts and all the things that like come against who you are.
Yeah.
But I think like in all else, if you can still maintain your kindness and like still be able to be a good guy or a good girl or
Person.
non-binary person, whatever, be good. I just want people to really, really focus on like being good to yourself. And I think when you're good to yourself, you inherently are just good to other people. Be good. Be good.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Obio. I mean, where can the people find you? Where are you at? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? I mean,
Where
Obio.
is like Carmen Sandy Dago?
Where can I follow you on social media? Where can I continue engaging with you?
Yeah, I'm on all the platforms. Obio Jones on everything and everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the things. Again, you can see me on the next season of The Upshaws. It's coming out sometime next year. Catch you on a panel somewhere. I'm hoping. I don't know. Just stay tuned. Whatever's next. I don't know. We're gonna see. The sky's the limit.
You do have updates. We're all looking forward to those. Derwin, where can everybody follow you or tune in with you at?
You guys know that you can follow me on Instagram at Derwin King. That's DerwinKing. Same on Threads. Y'all know I be popping over there.
You do.
And you can follow me on TikTok at Free Negro. That's FREENEGREAUX.
Yes. And of course, you all can follow me on all my platforms at underscore Lordevery. That is underscore LORDEVERY. And if you all would love to follow us on our podcast, you can hit us up at that. You can follow us at that Black Boy Joy Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you would like to be a guest on the show, you can hit us up at that Black Boy Joy Podcast at gmail.com. And if you would like to watch all of our videos of our guests, and we will have OBOs up, you can watch us on YouTube at that Black Boy Joy. And like we always tell our listeners and guests and ourselves, please be so in love with who you are.